Hi, I'm Jackie from Leadership and Life, and I just wanted to tell a little bit of a story about a thought that's been brewing in my mind. It came to me this weekend and sort of solidified as I was watching my son's volleyball tournament. And we were playing a game against another team, and they were very good. And it was back and forth and back and forth. And then they made a couple of mistakes, and their coach started yelling at them. And they made another mistake, and their coach yelled louder. And the louder he yelled, the more mistakes they made. The more mistakes they made, the louder he yelled. And eventually they lost. And so it was, I believe, the coach and how he was interacting with the team that helped contribute to that loss. We watched it as you could see it on their faces as it deflated over and over and more and more. And I was talking with a coach another time, and they were talking about, oh, these kids these days, and they don't know how to do it, and they don't know they don't know, they're too soft, they're too weak. Because I said, because you can't yell at them? Yeah, because they just can't take it. And I think we think about coaching as that yelling, and we think about it in that I'm going to tell you what you do wrong, and I'm going to fix it, and I'm going to do it in a loud way. And people who don't take that must not be able to take it. And I want to challenge people to think about that as an adult. This is this conversation I had with this different coach, and said, so as an adult, if you make a mistake, do you want me to yell at you? Like if you file the wrong form, if you fill something in wrong, if you make spelling mistakes, should I stand over you and yell at you and tell you everything that you did wrong? Or should I try and correct you nicely and treat you with respect? And their eyes kind of went, And so I think as adults, nobody wants to be yelled at. Very few people really improve by being yelled at. And yet that is often how we think about correcting people. We're going to speak to them in a harsh tone. We're going to tell them everything that they did wrong, and so that they fix it and they correct it and they get better. Except that when we are criticized, we rarely come back as our best. There are exceptions, but instead we internalize that, and we think about, am I a failure? Maybe I'm going to get fired. I'm going to lose my spot on this team. We lost because of me. And that doesn't make me show up as the best version of myself. It doesn't make me be a better team player. It doesn't give me better output. And so for those of you who need to correct people, I would encourage you to think about how it would work best for you, and to take somebody aside and say, I noticed that this isn't going well. Can we talk about that? Are you open to feedback right now? That question is really important. Are you open to feedback? Because if they're not, then anything that you say will be meaningless. They're not going to take it in. And so very seldom will people say no. And so tell them what they're doing right. I was talking to yet another coach who said, I don't spend the time telling them what they did right. They're already doing it. So we tell people what they're doing right so that they can keep doing it, so that they repeat it. They know that is what we expect of them. It's good output, and they will keep doing that as opposed to guessing. So we always want to be positive in our feedback with people. Tell them what we expect, not what we don't expect. And this goes back, I remember back when I was studying to be a teacher, and one of my instructors said, be specific and speak in the affirmative. Tell people what you expect. And so don't say, don't run in the hallways. And I taught junior high, so if I said don't run in the hallways, I guarantee you I'd have a kid skipping, I'd have a kid cartwheeling. Well, you told us not to run. So what you had to say was, I expect that you walk in a single file, quiet line, so that we don't disrespect the other classes that are going in progress. And they knew exactly what it was that I expected of them. And so they would do that, and they would rise to that occasion. So think about, as you're giving feedback, doing it in a positive way. Saying, I saw that you took that, in the volleyball, I saw that you took that pass. If you had just done this slightly different, you might have had a different result. And so somebody's able to take that and not internalize it in that negative way, in a much easier way than when we are yelling at them. Because for the most part, yelling makes people shut down. So this was just a random thought that I had that I really wanted to create a video and share. So thank you for joining me, and feel free to follow me at leadershipandlife.ca, and I will put the links all in the comments to the video. Have a great day.